Hey guys, what's up? How you guys doing? I'm Sheriff Mohammed Oluwatobi, and this is episode 7 of the Crazy Enough podcast, right? This whole podcast is all about Steve Jobs' quote, right? The quote is, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Today, I have a very great guest of mine. He was a friend of me in school. He's the CEO and founder of Future Nigeria, and his name is Anjola Ademola-Osinuga. He's very crazy enough. Anjola, say hi to the camera.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. My name is Anjola Ademola-Osinuga. I'm the founder of Future Nigeria and also the founder of Inspired Leadership Group, an organization committed to transforming Africa in 5,000 days. So I'm known to be a jack of all trades and also an entrepreneur who is ready to change the world and make an impact by leaving my legacy around the people I meet every single day of my life.
Yeah, beautiful, Anjola. So talk to me about a jack of all trades. When you say jack of all trades, tell me what you mean by that.
By being a jack of all trades, that means you're someone who is touching different sectors, who is not just going focusing on one place. Whether you're focused on engineering, it's not about focused on engineering, focused on being an architect. You're just going around touching everywhere to see what impact you can leave and how you can use your skills to be able to build the society.
So you want to have this artistic touch on different sectors so that your legacy goes very far.
Very
beautiful.
correct.
Right. So something I've learned from Anjola is he has this mantra or this goal, I would say, where he wants to impact so many millions of individuals around the world within 5,000 days. Anjola, talk to me about that.
Okay, so when I started Inspired Leadership Group, one thing I was focused on is creating jobs, creating education and creating opportunities, because these are things that we've lost in Nigeria. People do not have access to these things, and I believe that Inspired Leadership Group will be a reliable platform for them to be able to unleash their potentials and show their skills to the world, for the world to know exactly who they are.
So I actually love that goal because it is beautiful, it is perfect, it is like, it makes a lot of sense, because I don't know who said this stuff, right? But there was this very great person that said that if you can spend up to 10,000 hours at a particular skill, you become a very great master at it. But if you are taking 5,000 days, you're not just going to be a master, you'll be a legend, you'll be an icon, and that's something that blows my mind, and I respect you a lot for that. But let's not go too far, that's like in the future. I'm talking about Inspired Leadership Group right now. Tell me one leader or one great project or one particular individual that you have inspired since you've been running the Inspired Leadership Group.
We're running the beginning of the Inspired Leadership Group. We have people like Dr. Fose, we have who owns Strep Africa, we have people like Israel Adeyoju, the chairman of Let's Build USA. These are people who we all inspire ourselves, because we all have different potentials, and we are using our different skills that we all generated together to be able to change the world.
Alright, don't tell me about Dr. Fo or what. I really respect him, man. He's building USA and you guys are inspiring each other. But I'm saying you are great. Dr. what's his name?
Fose.
Dr. Fose is great. Mr. Israel, right? He's a very great person, right? These are great people. What I'm saying is there are some people like me, my friends, people in my classes, that they have goals, they have dreams too, but they sometimes need that inspiration. So do you have any story, any perspective, any mindset shift, any particular thing you want to tell me of when you actually inspired someone and that kind of change the person's narrative or good person sees?
Okay, my first time I did that was at United Nations when I attended the UNESCO Center for Peace. So the people that were there with me were like wondering how to be able to start their projects. So it's like what tools or resources. So through the knowledge, I was able to give them the right connections, the right people who were able to guide them, give them the right quotes, the right frame and the right videos that they need to learn for them to be able to build the world they want to build.
That's beautiful. I love the fact that at a very tender age, how old are you?
18.
At a very tender age, this young man is already changing and shifting the world's mindset at places like the United Nations and stuff like that. Now, Anjola, I want to ask you something, right? For me, the Crazy Enough podcast was something I discovered that I wanted to do. I think about when I was in SS2, right? So we both went to King's College, Florence, man.
Florence.
Yeah. If you didn't go to King's College, I don't know what school you went to. Right? That was case for you. Was it beautiful?
Yeah, amazing.
Right?
So, and there are different stories. There are different stories that we have to tell.
Right? we might touch back on Casey, but before going to Casey, what I'm saying is, for me, the Crazy Enough podcast thing about, I went to a program in Casey that time, right? Went there for a 5-day program, it was the Bloom Initiative, and they got about 3 different top people from each school who came together and we like at the conference. And I was challenged to see young minds like me that want to change the world. So on the second day of that program, the first quote they gave to us was the quote by Steve Jobs. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world that they want to. And that was one quote that is meant to be to me. So I went in on the 4th day and they told us to just, write our mission and vision. So do you have a mission and vision?
Yes, I do have a mission and vision.
Come together. I love where James 5 is going, right? So that day I was still young, probably 14, I didn't know. I just wrote some things like that. But in also what I believed my vision statement at that point was to be better and inspire others to become better too. That's something I believe you are working in line to. But since that time, that was SS2, I went to school, SS3, I went to school, we wrote WAEC, we did a lot of stuff and I forgot about it totally. But eventually I connected my streams together and I started my podcast. Do you understand? So one thing I believe every great person, probably Elon Musk, Barack Obama, Jay Shetty, anybody that you consider great, these people before they started their idea and decided to scale it, right? They had lots of strings that thought about the idea before they connected all those strings together and decided to eventually go. So what were those things that led to you creating Inspire Leadership, that led to you creating Future Nigeria? Where was it? Where did it start? How did it all come by?
Okay, basically it all started from the experience I had at the ELA Model United Nations, that's the African Leadership Academy. So I represented Uganda at the Pan-African Parliament. So it was from there, through my experience working with Mr. Faith Sabiodu, and I hope Crazy Enough magazine will be able to tag him in this post for him to see it. And
Mr. Faith, thank you so much for that. Yeah, continue.
So I started Future Nigeria following his inspirational advice to me then back then in ELA, and for me to always remember to be myself, even though I had so many challenging times within that period of me trying to discover who I was. So I started Future Nigeria and I got people, my colleagues, my family, everyone to join me on board, and they were all bringing different ideas to the table for me to be able to use to implement. So from there, I looked at that, why just Future Nigeria? It's something that go across the world. So I went on building Inspired Leadership Group, which is all over the world today. And Inspired Leadership Group, which was given the award by the World Humanitarian Network of Most Powerful Organization in Africa, was something I loved because it's something that wants me, telling me that I can do better than how I am today. And in the whole process, when people try to discourage me from being myself, and I get good, sometimes I get good, different kinds of advice, both good and bad. So I try to see which is correct, which implementation am I following, and which line of strategy do I want to use to be able to determine what level I need to go in life. I fight my parents, I fight everyone, I fight everyone most times when they try to tell me different things. But the truth is, I will always continue to be myself, whether people likes the reality or not, because being myself makes me want to learn, and also makes me want to understand who exactly I am better. And to the most supportive person who has always been there for me, that's Debbie Evoluwa. I'm saying thank you, because you are not just one person, but you have many millions that will know I could change the legacy together.
Why are you telling thank you? We're going to get to the point where you have to thank so many people.
I had to do that because there's something I want.
Oh, you want to say something about that? Yeah, continue, talk to me.
Okay, so
Debbie, what did Debbie do to your life?
I met her 4 years ago, but it's sad enough. I don't know if she remembers, but I'll still have to get her the conversation. Yeah. So from there, she has always been telling me about being myself, sending me inspirational quotes that she designs or she gets from her mentors who has also been working with her. So from there, those quotes, it might feel to her that it's not driving me, it's not speaking to me. But I know within myself, within every single range of action I do, and from the whole night of me sleeping and not trying to sleep, even though most times I'm forced to, I learn a lot that says that I need to keep on going. I need to keep on pushing. And it's something that I want to say that you should never, ever, ever give up, no matter what situation you are facing in life.
There are always better days ahead. Like, why would you give up, especially when it's your dream? So people think their dreams are something easy. I'm sure you've had lots of challenges along the way.
Yes,
but it is your dream, right? It is that thing that doesn't make you sleep. It is that thing that when you're awake, you're always thinking about. So don't let little challenges stop you from going forward. It's just one little each along the way. Keep going, keep going. There's always a brighter light at the end of the tunnel, right? So beautiful. So from your conversation right now, what I really picked from that was you said future Nigeria and inspired leadership group. So from that, what you mean is like this is where this question is leading, right? Like, so you know that future Nigeria, you realize that the Nigeria we are seeing right now is not something you are totally proud of, right?
Yes,
definitely. And inspired leadership group, you would want to see many much more leaders spring up from across the world to actually create a better world. So you're not just aiming for a better Nigeria, but you want a better world, right?
Okay, so I want to make this clear. Yes, I'm aiming for a better world. A better world where they'll be full of security, they'll be full of peace, they'll be full of unity, they'll be full of quality education, where teachers are able to understand exactly who they are. Not education where you have to slave with girls for them to be able to pass their examinations or do sort of molesting acts, which is happening all over the world. So it's like, I want a world where people can live, where people can shine, where people can be able to unleash their potential to their own desire of interest, that in the future they will have something to testify of.
That's proper. Right, so so what is your greatest ambition ever?
My greatest ambition ever?
Wait! Right, let me tell you what my greatest ambition ever. Like, see, what are you seeing here going on? Yeah, like, I want you to tell me that thing that is so crazy that one person watching this will be like, no, I love this Mr. Anjola, and the person will actually decide to actually think and dream bigger, right? So what is like the craziest ambition?
Okay, to become the next Tony Elumelu.
Oh, okay. Now that's big, right? Because Tony Elumelu is depends on what part of Tony Elumelu.
What part of, when I mean what part of Tony Elumelu, I mean the part of philanthropy, the part of entrepreneurship, and the part of the leadership we exhibit into the world. Try to deal with different kinds of people from all over the whole world as a leader.
So Tony Elumelu is a leader. Somewhere that I'm not. I know he's there. I know he's rich. I know he has UBA. Is he still president of the UBA?
Yeah, he's the president.
Yeah. I know all of that, but well, I've not been following my current affairs, so I'm pretty bad at that.
So it's like Tony Elumelu not just being a philanthropist, but holding so many positions around the world, creating impact, because we are on his network, we are members of his network too. So we know every single story and we get every email. We always get his emails from his team and from everybody within the foundation of what is going on next ahead.
I love that. Totally love that. That's good. Okay, so right, I love that. So concerning Nigeria, what plans do you have? President, senator,
my plan is
what?
Okay, my plan
is
my plan coming ahead. I have to, but I want to see which works best for me as I keep discovering myself. It's either I become an entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, or I go ahead to become the president of the country. Being the president is by opening up to understand that we are saying no to corruption and every slave practices that has affected Nigeria, because I know in the future my generation will come back and leave the legacy and mistake that has been happening.
Yeah, I love that. But this is not something that is new, right? The present president right now, President Muhammad Buhari, is trying to fight corruption, right? And you two are coming with the agenda of corruption, and I think it's a great thing.
Okay, I'll point the correction out. I'm not coming with the agenda of corruption. That I'm saying clear. Because my aspiration of becoming Nigeria's president is not an agenda of corruption, but is an agenda of peace and unity.
Which corruption still exists underlying it. There's no way peace and unity will be in existence if you don't try to play down corruption. Now,
but when you say corruption, you can't put corruption in the main thing, because there are so many things before corruption happens.
But it depends on you. Muhammad Buhari puts it politics first. You put it last.
So I'm putting it in the middle, not first.
Yeah, no problem. Do it anyhow you want. I love that. But this is my point I'm trying to drive. What I'm saying is many people are generally hypocrites, right? People come and talk that corruption. And we see that in everyday society, our parents, even we, when we're in school, we're dining hall, they serve us food, we try to steal one. It's like corruption is actually eating deep into the society, and it's very bad, very, very bad. So, you mentioning that, I love it, beautiful. But what is your view on how corruption can actually end, if it is actually evident in our society? Let me tell you something. If you come to my class or come to my area or come to my school, you see kids aspiring to become presidents like you, but what they want to do is go eat the money, go and get the national cake. So why should anyone watching this believe in you as a different person, since the whole general populace is in that?
One thing, okay, I would like to say that why you should believe in me is because I believe in a government that you are able to make decisions where you don't have cabals making decisions for you. But it is very clear today that the government of Muhammadu Buhari is being controlled by cabals.
Whoa, how did you know that?
Because it's very clear, because every Nigerian knows the act he displays, from the act he displays, from the tweets he sent, and I can clearly say that all the recordings made by the president, all the speeches he's been making are records, not live broadcasts. Thank you.
Well, I really don't love politics, right? And I realize that you are so passionate about politics, right? Yeah?
In the middle, not fully.
Okay, but so politics is not something I really want to talk about, so I'm just going to let that slide, right? So now, this is what I want to ask you. What's your daily routine like, right? Because if you consider yourself a crazy enough person, if you consider yourself someone that someday wants to change the world and shift things, right? What is your, coming to the frame, what is your daily routine like right now, and how do you think people watching can actually decide to make it? Because see, many people have big dreams like you. See, you're not the only one that have mad dreams too. But you need to see me wake up and play games sometimes. You need to see me wake up and watch Netflix sometimes. This is something kids and generations and teenagers present in our generation right now do like a lot. Play games, watch Netflix, and watch movies. You feel me? Do you understand? So is your daily routine different?
Yes.
If it is, tell us why your routine actually supports your growth as a person and as a leader in the future.
Okay, my daily routine is different, and the reason is because I love doing my thing. I love doing my thing. It's not that someone dictates to me what exactly I need to do, but most times I get advice from people, my parents, from different people. That how do you feel? Or what do you think I'm doing? Am I wrong or am I correct? So there are two different opinions, but basically my daily routine is just depending on what actions I have a day before, and it's like what strategy do I want to implement next, and what do I need to do going ahead forward. And that is what I encourage all youth and teenagers to work on at this moment.
Yeah, I love that. He says he loves doing his thing, and that's why his daily routine works out fine. That is something I really believe in. Now, if you listen to me earlier part of this, right, you hear me say something like playing games, you hear me say something like watching movies, right? And I don't think it is wrong. You can watch movies. I watch a lot of Barca football games, right? But if you don't want to become the next Netflix movie director, if you want to be a doctor and you're spending 8 hours, 6 hours of your day every time watching movies, then you have a problem. If you don't want to be a professional gamer or an e-sport Twitch content creator, if you don't be spending 6 hours of your day playing Call of Duty, PUBG and stuff like that. So he loves doing his thing because that is what he wants to do for the rest of his life, right? So what do you want to do for the rest of your life? Put yourself in that mindset, immerse yourself in that routine, and keep doing that every day. Within 5,000 days, you might become a legend, right?
Yes.
That's what you're doing, right? Sure. I love that. So, now, this next question is something, what's your take? You're a Muslim, right?
So, okay, I will say this correctly.
Yeah?
Being a Muslim does not mean that not everyone that belongs to the Ademola-Osinuga that are all Muslims. So, yeah? So it's like, I will advise that the question of being a Muslim should be like a different way of perspective, religion. It's not. Yeah.
I understand. Listen, come here, I understand.
Okay.
I just jumped in right on it. But that's the next question I wanted to ask. That's why I asked you, a Muslim, right? You could have just answered me either yes, no, or maybe. I don't know how you look at it, but my question is, what's your take on religion, spirituality, and soulfulness, and how it might actually impact your growth in the level of you trying to make a change in the world?
I believe in doing my thing.
Right.
It's not about a Muslim. Being a Muslim or being a Christian,
Or being an idol worshiper. Continue.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Because you have fake pastors,
Yeah.
you have fake imams, and you have fake idol worshippers,
And we have fake leaders.
and we have fake leaders.
Fake
So-
human beings too.
yes.
Fake
So-
individuals.
Yeah.
Fake change makers. Fake politicians.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So it's like you need, even though you go to church, you go everywhere to do all what you to pray and do all necessary sacrifice
Yeah.
to the Almighty. You need to also do your own research about what has the Almighty said.
Yeah.
Is this guy talking or this person talking? Is he wrong or is he right as a human? Because you find people, especially this time, most pastors do this, especially in the Igbo land. They want slave girls, they give girls false information, especially those who are trying to give birth, who are looking for children, and especially those who are trying to seek for proper education, proper bringing. They want to slave them, and they want them to do all sorts of dirty rubbish for them, hoping that this is the message that the Almighty sent to them to do, which it's clear that it's false, because our God in heaven will not send you to go and rape a girl for the girl to give birth when the girl already knows that she has someone that she loves, and it's not something she will be happy telling the person outside about such matters like this. And even the person would also want to feel very, very kind of frustrated about this matter.
So what your take on religion?
So my take on religion is basically I was keep on saying doing my thing, because if I say being a Muslim or a Christian, I will say on that line, but not being an idol worshipper.
I don't understand.
Okay, so I do not believe in idol worship,
Definitely.
but
Okay, so you believe there is God, but
There is God.
you don't believe that you have to be to a certain religion.
yes, very correct.
So you are not a Muslim, you are not a Christian.
Yeah, so I'll just say it that way.
Totally fine. That is the essence of crazy enough, right? You can be a Muslim and be successful, right? You can be a Christian and be successful. You can believe there is God and be successful. You can believe there is no God and be successful, right? Just find what is true to your heart and keep going. For me, I believe there is God. I'm a Muslim and I love it, right? And he has your belief. That's something I need you to take away from this crazy enough thesis and mindset. The fact that people have some certain beliefs and dispositions, right, doesn't mean that they should necessarily affect the way you believe and the way you see the world. Like he said, he has parents, he has elders that give him advice and opinions. But eventually, when all these people give you opinions, it is now your duty to say, okay, I've got one of this. Then you filter it and say which one works for you and which one you want to carry on and go with. You understand me? Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Right. So we are about to wrap up, right? So now in the we had the magazine feature which I sent a link to you, and something I asked you about is what's your take on success and happiness, right? What is success? What is happiness? Where is the line between that, the way you see things, and what do you think are your opinions on how you want people to talk about what you want people to think when they hear the things with success and happiness?
Okay, so the thing is, for success,
Yeah.
success is like an achievement
Definitely.
of what you've made so far and how you've impacted lives so far. But for happiness is when people hear your name, how do they react? Happiness is more of reaction, how people feel when they are with you, what people want to hear, and how much can they say about you, that even though you go around the world, they have good things to say. These are people who are always smiling and wanting to be with you, not that they have when you know that they don't have a bad heart. So by them being with you, it makes them happy, and they always want to be there for you to be able to succeed.
Okay, so I have conflict with you. Like you said, happiness is the way people react to you. Right? I didn't hear you saying anything about the way you react to yourself.
Okay, the way I react to myself, I'll call that success, not happiness. Yeah, because
So what is success?
Okay, success.
is the way
When you success, if you say when you say success is an achievement, you need to understand that from your achievement, you have a reaction feeling. It says the way you react to your success, that makes that's the way you react to your success, the way you feel about it. So that's what I was telling you. That
beautiful. I think I agree with you. For me, success is equal to happiness, right? Thing is, everybody believes that, like now, Anjola is eating. If he makes $1 million in his business tomorrow and buys a Rolls Royce, and we will take that as success. That is the problem. Most people look at success as material things, as houses, money, flash, Instagram followers, right? But for me, success and happiness is somewhat equal. But it is the way you feel about yourself when you're young. When people are not there to like you, when people are not there, when you're alone in your bedroom and your phone is down and you're about to sleep and you're thinking about how God, what's up in my life, how am I going to do tomorrow and stuff like that. That is true happiness, that is true success. So maybe it's more of a mindset thing, but I totally agree with you. The way people think about you and the way you think about yourself is somewhere at the core of what you see as success and happiness, right? Wow. Okay, so what are your biggest role models and mentors?
okay, to my biggest role models and mentors, we have people like Mr. Tony Elumelu, Mrs. Dele Tedrosho, Mrs. Ademola-Osinuga, and we have people like Mr. Jimmy Diagbo. Shout out to you, sir. And we have people like Mr. Faith Abiedo. And I also talk about one person who has been always there fighting. She's late, but I'll say may her soul rest in peace. She's been a mentor, and I met her in King's College, Mrs. Ibiduni Igudalo.
Okay, so from your role models and mentors, right? From the role models and mentors, what is that one thing that connects all of them? What is that one dominating factor that each and every one of them possesses that made you get attracted to them and want to actually model their lives? What is that thing?
Okay, so there are different areas. Just like I said earlier, I'm not just being a jack of all trades, not just focused on one person. For like Tony Elumelu, I'm focused more on his entrepreneurship and leadership skills. For Leti Biduni Godalo, I am focused on legacy, the impact she made. Like her story is still telling today that your existence, you came, you saw, and you conquered, and your story is being said all over the world till now. For Mrs. Dele Tedrosho, I am talking about her technology skills, the tech, the passion, and the driven communication she's using to be able to create a world of technology for everybody. Then for Mrs. Ademola-Osinuga, I'm talking about her communication, her writing skills, everything, single thing that she has built on. For me to be able to see who I am today, building on the writing and building on everything I could, for me to be able to start up a little bit of my English better today.
When you die, what do you want to be remembered for?
When I die, if I got of it, one thing I want to be remembered for is like.
God forbid, you're going to die eventually someday.
But not now.
We're not talking about now. That's
Okay, so if I die, one thing I want to be remembered for.
If and when you die, continue. Because you die, like we haven't running away from that stuff. So if and when you die, what
okay, if I die today, one thing I'll be.
Not today.
If I die, okay, when I die.
Yeah.
One thing
how old are you now? You're 18, right? 90 more years. That would be 108. When you're 108 and you're get together and about to die, what do you want to be remembered?
One thing I want to be remembered for is my governance, my leadership, my entrepreneurship, and my passion that I want to leave behind to the generations coming after me to continue.
When I die, what do I want to be remembered for? I don't know. I'm still figuring it out, and it's okay. I don't think I'm going to die anytime soon, so it's fine. But I love the fact that you said about legacy, because many people don't understand that we can be immortal. Sometimes, like the likes of Thor, the likes of Poseidon, all these immortals that are great. The reason we know someone like Steve Jobs today, the reason we know someone like who's dead? Albert Einstein, right? The reason we know these people is because they created so much greatness in the world before they died, and generations and generations after will always remember them. So I like the fact that you are pushing for that for your leadership and entrepreneurship, because you want people way much more when you are dead, your grandchildren, friends, and stuff like that. So they always remember you. That's something I really admire about you. Right. So that's nice. When you wake up, right? So now these two things I want to ask you are really key to my thought. This is on the Crazy Enough podcast, right? Because for me, the best two things in the world is when you wake up in the morning, how do you feel, what you think about, and when you go to sleep at night, what is that thing running through your mind that makes you want to buckle up and go and jack the next day? Where is your contrast and what you feel on those two very different matters of today?
Okay, when I wake up in the morning, I have this feeling like I feel afraid, I feel funny, and I feel very weird, but I don't know. Like some message, something just comes around me, like something terrible might happen, but I know it's natural, because for you, with having too many enemies around you, so you feel different kinds of things, especially when you've had an experience of different people threatening your life and taking time for you to recover from it.
Yeah.
So early in the morning, it's like more more scary.
Yeah.
But in the night, most times I'm always crying.
How was that?
I always feel like crying, and I'm always really sad. I don't know, it's like something just happens to me. Whether I use temperature, I get broken down, so I start crying most times. So it's like from there I'm able to. That's why I said it's people who have been there for me will understand, and I'm sure the lady special talking about here in the podcast knows the whole story, which I won't say.
That's great. I really love the fact that, right, you actually are aware of your senses. Like, you understand? Like, so many people understand those parts. Like, I'll ask some people that question, like, what? I just wake up now, I go into my life. I just sleep now, I go into my life. And the fact that she knew that I know to understand that, so now we're about to wrap up, because in 5 minutes we're going to end this training. So what role do you think your parents have played in your life? Do you think they've been a major huge factor? Do you think, like the question I'm asking, if they're not there, what do you use to contribute? There are so many people right now in the world, people our age, that have dreams just like us, and their parents are supporting them. So I promise you, we are really, really lucky that our parents are supporting us. So, do you think you could have got your shot and make your mark, right?
It would have been possible, especially with my dad. The videos, everything he said, it's been amazing. So it's like, because the thing with me is most times, I'll say this, I'm not that quick in getting some information, especially when it takes me like 4 or 5 days for me to be able to get the processes to me, especially when he keeps on saying that same thing every single day and every single second. So like from there I'm like, what is he saying? What is he doing? What is it? What's fundamental ground? Because I keep saying it to my mind, but it's not something I want to read out. So in the whole process, with my dad and mom, it's been amazing and it's been an experience. So, and I will always be grateful to them, and I pray they live long to be able to enjoy their fruit of labor.
Yeah, totally agree with you. Like, see, my mom, she has this very great way of bombarding me with all those WhatsApp videos. Right, we have a family group chat, they keep bombarding us, right? And the thing is, our parents actually want the best of us, and sometimes we don't even get the message they're trying to pass across to us, you understand, right? But eventually, we strings all this connection together, and maybe it don't make sense. And if you have parents supporting you, please be grateful to them. Whenever you can say thank you,
I'm grateful.
Whenever you can hug, whenever you can, just do your best to make them proud. And if you don't have parents, no problem, keep going. You're not alone. There are so many people that don't have parents. There are even many people that have parents and they don't support their dreams, right? So I think everyone with this internet world, everybody has a chance to actually chase your goals and make it, right? And it's something I think you should really finish the latter. Anjola, if you could ask me one question, what would that be?
Why did you start Crazy Enough podcast?
I already said that, but I'm still going to eat it right because this is rare for me to explain to you a lot more. Right. One of the quotes that have really focused through my mind and my head is what the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world that they want to. Like, have you actually said, like, I've meditated on that quote. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world that they want to do. That is the thing. Like, it scares me when I see people, normal people on the road, on the street in my class, right? They don't know how big they can be. They are underestimating their potential. They are underestimating the brains and creativity God has given them, right? And why is that? It's because of their society, because of the way they were built, because of their parents and stuff like that, right? So they're not thinking, their mindset is not at the right place where it's supposed to be. And for me, that's what I want to achieve in my podcast, right? Like, I want to be able to grow and become the best version of myself, and along the way I try to help people along. So that's why I try to connect with people of like minds like you and other people that have sense, that can pass these nuggets out. And just like you said, some people, they don't understand some things immediately. If I come one guy on the street and say, guy, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change what they want to do, they won't grab it like that. They won't grab it immediately, because if he's 19, throughout his 19 years of life, he has been sold different things. He has been sold that he has to do Yahoo to business. He has been sold that he has to scam. He has been sold that he has to be corrupt, right? So it takes a really long time for us to actually change the mindset. But if we can get to a point where the mindset is changed and it is growing small, that's something I'm really passionate about. Some people are following me on Instagram, TikTok, and on social media, and it has been great. And I've seen it shift. Some people actually love what I do, and they're actually getting better. That is something I'm passionate about. The fact that people can get better and you can still get better at the same time. It's something crazy, and I love that about that. So, Anjola, we're wrapping up. In 5 minutes, we're going to change time, right? So, I'm ending with 2 things, right? So, is there one question you would have loved me to ask you, and you think I didn't ask that you want me to ask? Then I will ask you, then you answer.
I'm not sure, but if you have one you could ask, then I could answer.
Nah, so I've gotten that perfect, right? So now, this will wrap it up. You have about one minute, so someone watching in Nepal, Saudi Arabia, or Oman, 3 different far places in the world, right? Or in Antarctica, I don't know. People stay in Antarctica, I don't know. Right? Somebody's going to see this video next 10 years. What is today's date?
Today is
17th of July 2020. I promise you, July 17th, 2020, I will post this video, right? So whatever YouTube is on that. If YouTube say I want to post something, and what you're about to say right now will actually change the person's life. So if you have few sentences of what you want to say to somebody just to make the person feel better and try to go and chase life and become better, just do it. What do you say? Yeah?
Okay, the thing is, I will first want to say, always be yourself, always be focused, always have the passion for you to be, always have the mindset that you are a change maker, and have the mindset that you too can create an impact.
Definitely.
And no matter how you feel every second, don't give up. See it as a determination for you to succeed in life. And one thing I'll do is, by putting it to the end, I'll give a link to a song, an audio song. So I believe through the podcast, through the audio song, you'll be able to listen to the song. It's called a vision motivational speech I got from my very good best friend, the best amazing person, Debbie. So it's something I want to pass as a message. So I hope by you listening to this song, it will be a sign of motivation to you, and it will be able for you to create an impact into the life of everyone around you. Okay.
All right, Anjola, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. Hey, Crazy Enough Nation, thank you so much for taking out of your time to watch and try to get better and try to grow and just trying to be happy. That is the best thing in the world. See, no matter where you are right now, if you are rich, if you are poor, if you are light skinned, if you are dark, if you are fat, if you are slim, if you are fucked up, if you are great, no matter what is happening to you right now, the only thing that matters is the person you are becoming. Do you understand? Wherever you are, no matter how good or bad, there is always somewhere better, right? There is always a place you can be that is better. You can always become better, right? So always fix your mindset to being better and getting to that person you are becoming. And just like Steve Jobs said, the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. Have a beautiful day. Peace.